All right, and we are back, maybe, in the American wilds. MudRunner is Mount Logmore. We have revealed the entire map. We have yet to deliver any logs because our trucks are stuck in there. We haven't scavenged anything. There's a skidder down here that we haven't looked at yet. There's a log station here we haven't really been to. I think we may have been to it, but we haven't looked at it yet. Fuel station. There's our blazer, which is in very poor condition, but sitting at the top of a mountain. And then we have a lumber mill here. So I thought the other night it was just going to be a simple matter of grabbing some logs from here and running them over to here, but as it turns out, not so much. So let's take a look. Here we are in this Ford. Okay, that's right, I left the... Here's what I'm going to do with this thing. We're going to change trucks to this truck, which I actually enjoy. Parking brakes on. I'm going to see if I can get the log cart out. I don't think that worked out very well for us the other night. I wonder if I can actually attach the trailer without using it. That would be fantastic. But I don't think I can. Just gonna have logs flying everywhere, like you do. What I ought to do is just wreck everything. Is finesse it, because this truck is all about delicate touches. Look at that. Just, you don't need to be spinning your wheels, accomplishing nothing. Alright, we'll park this right here. Some effective winching. Alright, park us right here. Release the winch. Move this truck out of the way. I'm kidding, you're never in the way, Uber truck. It was just a figure of speech. We're going to try this again. We're just going to see if we can get a better angle coming out of there. That was very bad. Lots of air brake release action going on here. Alright. Alright, we are attached. That was interesting. Yeah, if only I had a log skidder here. Alright, let's try this again. what we're going to try to do is not get, well, this is probably not an auspicious beginning for not getting mired down. That log is going to be nothing but trouble. The idea is to use a bit of a drier path out once we're in here. That's the plan anyway. It's looking a bit wet and mucky. Finesse in all things, in all aspects of life. Or just get stuck. What is our winch targets here? Pulling stumps. That's effective. All right. How are we stuck? We're not, I mean, it's just, it's really quite sad. Is there no amount of mud that is acceptable for this truck to handle? And I'm going to go and get hung up on these stumps. You are absolutely disappointment to me in all ways, in all factors. Nope. Trying to get not in this one muddy rut place, but it's not letting me go anywhere but there. Just... And there's a stump over there for us to get hung up on. Let's go further into the questionable territory. That's always the right answer. As long as it's going relatively straight, it will actually move. Right up until it runs into a twig, and then not so much. Oh, I'm stuck on that. Disappointing. Truck, I am disappointed. What am I hitting? What am I just straight up stopping me? I'm not hung up on anything, am I? I must be, because I am getting a certain amount forward and then the truck just literally stops moving. Is there a rock there that I can't see? There's something in there that I am missing. Alright, let's see if that is going to be enough to get me. Nope. It is not. I just want to get up here and get roughly parallel with the logs. But every little twig I hit is... Alright, let me see if this guy can help us out at all. I don't think we're in range of that truck. We are not. Freightliner. Freightliner FLD 120. Another disappointment of a truck. But we're going to try to use one disappointment of a truck to aid in the rescue of another disappointment of a truck. Try being the operative word. Immediately get hung up on something. That would be great. Alright. This is where we need the skidder to clean this mess up. I don't know why I'm bothering to mess around with these other trucks when I know darn well the truck that can get the job done is sitting right over there, just up the road. Look at this. I am not on any of those logs. Okay. Alright, fine. This is going to be how it is. You are fired. As a truck, you are just straight up fired. Okay. Change of plans. Garage is there, and is there a second garage? No, just that one. No, there surely must be. There's a garage there. Lumber mill, there's a second garage. Okay, that's kind of a wash. We'll take that. We'll go there. Okay. So we're going to head up this road after we release this winch. Whoops. That probably wasn't the brightest place to park, but okay. Away we go. Whoa, whoa. Ooh. Oh. All right, well, don't do that again. little spoosby. Don't even think about it, cat. May have taken that corner a little fast. Stay down. You don't belong on my desk. As much as you seem to think you do. We can get some fuel while we're here. Nice. And the garage. Now, the plan, because I do have one. The plan is to uninstall the utility attachment. Attach the log carriage with crane. No, not the log carriage with crane. Let's remove that. Want the long log cart, but you have to have the loader. You have to have the log cart hitch. And then we can put the loader on. Alright. Okay. Now that we got this piece, we'll go and pick up the long log cart, which is already waiting for us. Okay. More of my dodgy driving. right. Hello, Highlander 2001. Welcome to the stream and a little bit of Spintires MudRunners, American Wilds. And me trying to recover after a rather disastrous attempt with another vehicle at picking up some logs here. So I'm going to pick up this log trailer. Then I'm going to try something a little different here. That's my plan anyway. Let's get out of the cab view. My plan is to pick up these logs that are scattered about using my crane. We'll see how well that works. Let's see if that's going to give us the option to hitch. Can't attach log cart. You need to move closer. How close do I need to move? Oh, I'm too far forward. Alright, let's try that. That's better. Now, my other truck, a Ford, had this log cart attached, and it could not maneuver in this area here. What we're going to try right now, rather than just loading up, is we're going to turn on the anchor, turn the anchors. Boom. We're going to turn on the crane. We're going to turn on the crane. The crane. Crane. Thank you. Okay, this is rotate. And down we go. Down, 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 down. Rotate. Down, 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 down. Gimme. Up. And over. Nope, nope, nope. Nah, no, 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 no. Okay. My first time with the crane in this. It's going about usual, which means it's about average for me, which means it's a complete disaster. And just trying to make something of it. Is that actually inside or outside? Did I get it? Nope. Nope, the one end of the log is outside. Well, let me see if we can fix this. Lift, lift, turn, drop. No, other drop. Drop, drop, drop. Grab, lift. Upsy daisy. A little higher. Bring it in. Not that one. What could possibly go wrong if I just let go right now? Okay, so that log is maybe secured. Can I move it forward a little bit? Okay, let's set this down right on it. Grab it. Nope. Right on it. Grab it. Slide it forward a smidge. Let it go. Drop the crane. Alright, exit. So we got one log on. And we're going to move the truck now to where the other logs are. There's a log right there, and I think, where's the third one? Well, we're going to get this second one anyway. Oh, it helps if you lift the anchors before you move the truck there, buddy. Yeah, that's going to make things a little easier. You play this game on hardcore. So in hardcore mode, I'm guessing that you have to load the logs manually, right? There's none of this one-button log station nonsense. Oh, how about that? Here we go. And I think there's other restrictions about recalling or not being able to recall. Not being able to recall. Oh, I can't reach that, can I? I thought maybe I could reach it with the truck right there. Correct. And then you maybe can't recall stuff to your grip. No. No, it's just out of reach. Alright, let's lift the anchors. And we're going to drive forward. Then I got to find that third log. I don't know where it is. Well, I'm going to pull off to make this a little bit of an easier fetch. There we go. Okay. Again, anchors, and then crane. And then crane. Turn it. Bring this back, and down. Down, down, down. Gimme. Upsy daisy. Easy does it. Oh, I keep forgetting which stick turns which pivot. No reset trucks, yes. I have not had to reset any trucks so far. I did the Grizzly River map the other night. I put a truck in a very bad position, and it took me a long time to recover from that, but I did not have to reset any trucks. Ooh, this is ugly. All right, let's try this. Let's try this again. See if we can get a better angle on this. And down. It could be worse, right? We'll straighten it out a little bit. The green dot means it's in a good position, I believe. Why can't I lift up? I've grabbed my truck. That's why. I actually grabbed on. There we go. Okay, so that's 2. Where is that third log? Where did I leave the third log? Let's turn off the anchors. Abandon the crane for a second. I think it's down there. I think it's, you have to load 3 logs and then you're, you can go. I had to, I don't know where the third log is, which is going to make things, I am not, this is a solo, I prefer to go through solo. I don't know where that third log went. There was a third log. I swear there was a third log. This truck is absolutely the best. But I cannot find it. If I can't find the third log, it is kind of silly because I think it, once you load 3 logs, is that it right there? That might be it right there. Let's go look. No, that's just mud. Surprise, there's mud. I don't know that there is a third. I could have sworn there was a third log. But alas, there's not. I'll find it later. It'll turn up. But I think from what I remember playing the core game is that you have to load a certain number of logs onto the trailer, and then the game says, okay, you have a load, kaboo, but you're ready to go. And they have to not just be on the trailer, but they have to be in a good position on the trailer, with the green dot in the center. Nope, that third log is not here. I am not playing on hardcore. I will probably go back and play the maps on hardcore at some point. I just saw the opportunity to show how the crane works because I did wind up having to drop the load. Let me no, switching trucks right now is a bad idea because every time I switch into one of those trucks, it is disappointing. It's a disappointment to for everyone involved. So I'll tell you what I'll do right here is we'll just go ahead and it's not going to let me load when I have logs on there, is it? That's all right. Okay. So the options are find the third log, load it. Or unload the 2 logs I've already got. Where? All right. Well. Not like I'm time bound by anything here. So let's take a look and see if we can't. Did I drag that log with one of the other trucks out here when I was? Because I was doing a lot of dragging. I had to rescue both that truck and that truck from this little mud pit here. And they were in various points tangled in things. So it's entirely... Oh, I'm pretty stuck right now. That is unprecedented for this truck. It probably doesn't help that I have these... Yeah, that's good. All right. Okay, well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to get rid of these logs because I can't find the third one, so there's no point in letting these others stay on the truck. We'll back it up. We'll get a full load of logs. That's not even anywhere close. It helps if you pay attention to where everything is. Come on. No? Gimme. Alright, we're going to set you down. See, that one is beautiful. It's up the green dot. It's where it's supposed to be on the trailer, etc., etc. But not helping us. So away you go. That was very cheaty. Okay. Leaving those there is going to come back and bite me eventually, I'm sure. So, let's load this guy up and take him where we got to go. How's that look? And where we have to go is up around here to... Oh, no, not up... Yeah, to the lumber mill, which was past the garage that we were at. So, can we do it? Can we do it? What kind of a question is that? Of course we can. as with everything, it's just a matter of finesse. This truck remains brilliant. I am unabashedly and unashamedly in love with this truck. The crane has random spasms, but, you know, that's not really the truck's fault. If somebody hadn't parked their Ford right in the middle of the road, somebody being me again. There we are, off and running. Nothing can stop us. Nothing except the idiot driving the truck can stop us now, because he will, undoubtedly at some point, run this thing off the road, because that's just the way he is. Cranking along. Oh. Little all-wheel drive action here. This truck is unstoppable. The previous video in this series was me unlocking all of the watch points on this map. And this truck played a big part in that. It was a beast. I put it through its paces. It's a bit hilly. Oh, the sun's coming up, though. That's pretty. We're sucking down the gas at a rate of 14 or 15 liters per minute. So yeah, at some point I plan on playing these maps in hardcore mode, and I think the DLC added some challenges to the game as well, so we'll have to take a look at those. Does hardcore mode require that you do manual shifting? Because I find that notion potentially scary. I'm not terribly good at the manual shifting in this game. Very nice. Here comes the sun. Hello, Sliff. You are very quiet. I thought maybe you had ducked out for the evening. But no, you are back to watch me finish this map with style and grace. Or neither. Or I could just tip this thing over. Ooh, that felt like it was going over. That felt like it was on the verge of hardcore is the same shift method, but you need to be in first or 1+ to use diff lock. Okay. Thank you for the follow, KG Moose, and good evening if you are out there watching. If it is your pattern to follow people who exhibit extremely poor driving skills in extremely large trucks. And hello, Lawn Dart. Also, fuel consumption is much higher, so the double fuel or more for all-wheel drive being on is a factor, yes. I suppose I don't really need all-wheel drive on right this minute. In theory, anyway. Yes. Style and grace. Elan. This is not... Oh, please don't dump this thing over. Not the same corner that I came around. Oh, we're practically there already. Here's the fuel station, and up next is the garage, and then just beyond the garage are our lumber mills. So we're hauling 6 points of logs. We need a total of 16 points of logs to finish this map. There are a number of ways we could do that. We could get some medium logs. We could get one more load of long logs and a load of medium. Although, I don't know. Maybe? Probably. Can we get into the lumber mill that way? Let's have a peek at our map. Yes, we can. It's maybe not the recommended path, but we're going to try it, because who doesn't love a challenge? And one more opportunity to do something stupid. Oh, please, this is just cake. This is not a challenge. Drive carefully. Oh, wow. Look at me rocking up the achievements. I don't know why. Maybe because I delivered a load of logs without damaging anything. For me to drive this for any truck for more than 3 minutes without damaging anything is kind of a miracle. So we could just go back and do that over again. That's certainly a thing we could do. If we didn't want to take that long windy road, we could try this slightly lower path, this being probably a dirt path here. We could go out in here and try to scavenge some logs. There's medium logs and there's two long... Oh, there's 2 long logs there. That's way down. A delivery with 0 damage gets you the drive carefully achievement. Nice. Okay, thank you, lawn dart. So, just for the sake of a challenge, because there is 2 long logs to be had at that scavenge point, that's what I'm going to try. We're going to take this lower route here, and we're going to go back into here, thusly. Alright. This may be dumb, but it could be dumb or it could be super dumb. Oops. But when I play this game, dumb is my middle name. Okay. Just get the log cart hooked on that road sign and yank it right off and break my trailer hitch and the rest of my truck. That would be the way to start. Alright, we left that truck there. That's one of our Chevy Bisons. We're not damaged at all, so we don't need to stop at the garage. We don't need... Well, we better. We'll pull in here for some gas real quick. Just because. 95 liters refueled. We'll take it. You may bill my employer. So we're going to actually do some crane loading, because it's my understanding that at the scavenge points, that's how you do. Was this not the lower road we were taking? It is, in fact. It's just my very dodgy GPS placement. Oh, this is beautiful. Yes, this truck eats roads like this for breakfast. I haven't taken this road with a cart attached yet, and there's some damage because it is a bit of a rocky business. But 1 damage, and I already got the achievement, so it's not like I'm going to get it again. And I wasn't even trying to get that achievement. I don't think we'll take this route on the way back, because this seems like it might be a bit tricky with a load of logs. All right. Smooth sailing now. Watch out for moose. Moose crossing. And also, please don't destroy our signs. Is that where we want it to go? No. No, not quite yet. The next right. The next right. 2 more. 2 more. 2 more rights. What did the buffalo say when the boy went out? His boy went out on his own. Bye, son. Bye, son. Oh, thank you, Sliff. Graphics look very impressive. KG Moose, they are, I gotta say, yes. I'm not as impressed with the in-cab view just because of the relatively low detail inside the truck. Like that pillar right there just looks kind of dodgy. But I'll tell you what, outside the truck, it is beautiful. Every bit of it, from the trucks to the shadows and the light to the way that to the trees and the branches on the ground, to the way that the mud deforms thusly. It's we're a bit of a back road here. Not that I expected anything less. But you can see the just watching the various bits of the truck kind of jostle about as you run through. You can see how the joints move, and even the cab kind of tends to rock a bit independent of the chassis as you go through. And it is physics-wise and graphics-wise very impressive. The original game, if you've not seen it before, is Russian trucks in like Soviet era, big old, just huge 16 wheels sometimes. Very cool. I don't know if they're officially branded. Like these are, I'm not familiar with the Western, but obviously there are Ford and Chevy and Freightliner trucks in the American games. I don't know as far as the branding of the trucks go in the core game, whether those are officially licensed or it's stuff that they've made up as far as the brands go, as a lot of games do. Alrighty. A little mud does not stop this truck. What does tend to stop it is me trying to floor it all the time. That's what usually slows it down, rather than me trying to use a little finesse. The Russian stuff is unbranded, but they are models of real things. That's kind of what I thought, Lawn Dart, but I wasn't positive because I'm just not familiar with the Russian trucks. So here we're coming up on a scavenge point. Now, there's a skidder in the game that has a nice big claw on the back, and you can presumably come in here and pick those logs up and drag them out. What I've opted to do is something slightly different, in that I'm taking my truck in here. And when I say different, I mean possibly dumb, but it wouldn't be the first time. So the question is, can I do this? Can I pull this truck right straight in, face that, and load them with my crane? And it's not enough to get a full load. 2 logs is not enough for a full load. But if you've been watching long enough, you know that I know where there are other long logs because I left them there. So that's the plan. The plan is to try to turn on our anchors. We'll turn on our crane. And then up it goes and out it goes. Just smash the crap out of the top of the truck. Okay. Turn this baby. Open them up. Down, 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 down. Can I get them both at the same time? That would be great. Chompy McChompers. Oh, look at that. That is beautiful. Up they go, and then this. That is the wrong pivot point there, Charlie. And then down, and then if we pull this, nope, wrong. There we go. Where's my trailer? Oh, just had another 45 degrees to go. No big deal. Nope. Out. Pivot. Bring it back. Are we going to clear that? Are we going to clear that? No, we are not. Up. Clear it. Down. Pivot. Down. Ah. Come on. You got this. Clear it. Pivot. Your crane is getting in the way. There we go. Let's just do this. Alright, now we are in the zone. You know, it's just a little scraped paint is all it is. It's no big deal. Little paint. Paint. Buff right out. I think I may have... Okay, well that's one of them. Just got to give this guy a nudge. Get in there. Alright, so we got 2 green. And I'm just going to set this down right on top of them so that they don't go anywhere while I do the next dumb thing. Okay, done. Anchors. Boom. Alright. Oh, that looks a little dodgy. Alright, let's see what our route's got to have to be. We got to back up out of here. We'll turn around at some point. What could possibly go wrong? And then go up here, pick up these 2 logs that are just waiting for me on the ground right here. They're right there. You can't see them, but they are. And then it's back along. Not going to pack the load. Is there an option to pack the load? I thought you had to do it after a certain number of... I thought it was after a certain number of logs. I thought you had to have 3 or 4 logs on it before you could pack the load. Am I missing something here? I don't seem to have the option to pack the load. Let's see if it's part of the crane thing. No, 2 long logs, 3 medium, or 4 short for... So it is 2. Well, why am I not able to pack the load? I've got green dots. Do I just return the crane? No. Turn anchors, detach, stop engine. Is it... Oops. Let me pull this guy up. What am I... Crane is in the way. All right, well, let's get the crane out of the way then, shall we? Turn my grappler. Turn my crane around. This is not the right way to pack the crane. All right. Let's just hold... I think if we hold down... this, it will pop the crane, and then do I have to... Oops. Oh, ready to pack. Kaboom! See, here I thought there was more work to be done. Thank you, Lawn Dart. I was convinced I needed more than 2 logs. That explains why there were not 3 logs at the other place. Lesson learned. Alright. This will be fun, right? I mean, backing this guy up with a full load through the swamp till we can find a place to turn around. That's cool. That's a normal thing that people do. Once upon a time, when I was a child, a very small child, but it not that small. It was the '80s because um, my family had an '80 Chevy Malibu, which I inherited. And I'm almost positive this happened with that car. There were my dad and my mom and 4 kids in a little 2-door Malibu, which it was a tight fit, but we were all in there. And we were on our way home. It was the middle of winter, and our house is at the end of a rather long dirt road at the time. My parents still lived there. But there was about a foot of white fluffy snow. The county truck had not come and plowed. There was about a foot of white fluffy snow. And my dad said, well, if I drive this car in there, it might get through, but the snow's going to get up in the engine compartment, and it's going to be a disaster. Swamp Thing, born on the bayou. So he decided he was going to back the car all the way down this road, which is like 8 or 9 tenths of a mile. It didn't work. We wound up in the ditch, walking home at night in the snow. Then had to come and get our plow truck at night in the snow and rescue our car. This is not the straightest backup job in the world, is it? Reversing? No. It's a little, but this truck is a miracle beast. I'm going to sing the praises of this truck until it completely fails me one time, and then I'm still going to sing the praises. It was an adventure. They're all adventures, yes. All right, here we go. We're just going to crank it. That tree is going to be right in my way. Who put that tree there? That tree was not there when we came back in here, I'm pretty sure. That just sprouted up. Am I going to get around it? Am I going to tip this trailer? Okay. No, we're good. We're still moving. This is indelicate. Where are we in compared to where we have to turn? Oh yeah. Okay. All right, we're gonna try to pull forward a little bit and straighten ourselves out and tip this truck over. I might not try this a second time. Not on this particular path, anyway. Okay, well, guess what? It's winching time. Not that one. Not that one. That's your guy. Nope. That is not your guy. Alright, these are all just gonna fall over. Okay, well, we got ourselves in a bit of a spot here. That might be our most solid tree in the... No, that's not solid either. Snap. Really? That little twig? I am pulling myself very sideways on the road. Am I aware of first grade? I have it in manual transmission, so I guess I could do first gear, not 1+. See, I can't... This whole thing here does not... I think that's what it is. It's that upper left slot right there. That doesn't seem like it's... Why am I accelerating? Don't do that. See, that's why I keep it in auto, because I'm not good with the... Okay, let's release the winch. What are our other winching options? I want to pull myself that way a little bit. Oh, tree, you were my last hope. All right, let's see if we can back up a little bit. All I got to do is get around that one stinking tree. he said, as if that's really what it was, just that one stinking tree, not this entire misadventure. Look at this. It really was just that one stinking tree. It's just a matter of angles and leverage. Boy, when it starts to grip, you really can feel it. Something with the force feedback controller or something. Come on, start to turn. In the first gear, the further up the slot from neutral you can put the stick, the faster the wheels turn. Closer to neutral and the slower they turn, which you can use to crawl out. Useful along with feathering the throttle. I am the throttle featherer. That is my Lakota name. All right, let's straighten this guy out a little bit. That's our medium log picker-upper spot. Oops, wrong. Try doing what you're supposed to do there, buddy. All right. We're making marvelous progress here. I know it doesn't seem, I'm very feathery in reverse. This doesn't seem like a lot of progress, but if you have ever seen me play this game, and Sliff can give me a lever large enough and I can move the world. You know, that I know that's not dirty, but it sounds dirty when you say it. This is great and fabulous progress because it took me 4 hours to do Grizzly River the other night. I think I can get out that way, right? Yeah, piece of cake. We're going to go that way. The throttle featherer in action. Look at this. Having not actually driven down this little side road before, I have no idea what we're about to face. But it seems this is fine. Look at that, we're in second gear already. Not anymore. We were. I mean, I jinxed it. Crawl. Just keep going. Just keep moving. So if I'm reading what you're saying properly, and it is very... I don't want to move the gear. You just... Can you... Oh, okay, so there are... You can put it in there, in that slot just a little... Ah! See, like that? This doesn't seem to be moving anywhere. Let's try again. Oh, okay. Maybe. Oh, feel that power. The road is coming. The road is just up ahead. We have emerged. I don't want to say victorious because we're not done yet, but we have definitely emerged. All right, let's put this thing in automatic and just get a move on. Let's get on the highway. Let's see if it's too early to take the diff lock off yet. I really should move those other trucks. I parked them both there. Just, this one's not bad. It's the other one. It's the other one that's kind of really in the way. But here's 6 more points of logs. That's pretty good. Yeah, I'm going to move this truck because I don't feel like going around it. Parking brake. Stop engine. Change truck. Ford. The LT stands for loser truck. This is seriously a disappointing truck. See, those two logs right there, I didn't realize I could have just battened them down because I had them in the bed of the trailer and everything. All right, you can stay there. You're in a timeout. Made sure I pulled just far enough away that I can't change to that truck from here. Naturally. Western Star. The game doesn't explain. There are some things about this that are a little bit, yeah. But I gotta say, I liked the original Spintires when it was released, and then I bought MudRunners when that came out, and I enjoyed that. And then this DLC, I'm gonna tip this truck. This DLC was a no-brainer as far as picking that up. All right. Lights on for safety. Look at the truck shudder. You could just see it shuddering as it... Yeah. Very, very pretty game graphically. Okay. I don't know how many user-made maps there are for MudRunner now. Probably pushing 700. 700, really? I have honestly not played a single user-made map. I had no idea there were that many available. That sounds like fun. And I know they've put, and it's not just maps, right, Lawn Dart? I mean, they've put other vehicles in and everything. It's got a pretty good modding community from what I understand. Slow going up this hill, but we'll get there. Vehicles and trailers, yes, mostly Russian, but some things from around the world. Unfortunately, a lot are really overpowered. So, yeah, that's one of the things. So I play. I like this game a lot. I can't say that I've played, it as much as I'm guessing you've played it considerably more than I have. But I play Euro Truck Simulator, American Truck Simulator, and Farming Simulator. And one of the things that I see, particularly with Farming Simulator, is mods that just they're like game ruin, like the plow that can do every field in just one swipe because it's literally hundreds of yards wide. It's like, why? What exactly is the point of that? Just to suck all of the enjoyment out of the game? I don't know. Now, if I remember, it was right after this bridge where I totaled this truck the last time. I took this turn too quickly and plowed into a tree. Not this. Thankfully, it was at the time when I had the utility wagon on it, so it was a matter of using the repair. All right, we're going to skip the gas station this time. Ugh. Every time I turn like that, it feels like it's just going to flip right over. For me, the whole point of Spintires is to experience the mud and rocks and debris on the ground. If you drive something so overpowered that it can ignore it all, then you might as well play ATS. I totally agree with you there. If you are bypassing the primary mechanic and of the game, which is the mud. I mean the mud and the terrain in this game is really why you play it. It is the thing that really makes the game unique and enjoyable in my mind. And if you're going to just say, I don't actually want to have to worry about that, then go play something else. It defeats the purpose. Alright, so here we have another 6 points of logs successfully delivered. Thanks to camera angles, he was unable to finish the game. Alright, 6 load points, so if I look on our map, we've got 6 of 8 there and 6 of 8 there. What I don't know, but I suspect, can I deliver 4 points and will it automatically split them up, or does one suck up all 4 points? But what I do know is I don't know. What I could do is go down here. That's a valid bridge right there, and it doesn't close, and it's pretty close. So we're at another 2 hours with this. Let me go try that. I think what I'm gonna do is, as long as you are equal or exceed. Yeah. So what I don't know is whether it'll split it up. Well, we're gonna find out. We're gonna go back here. Down here, we'll take a right. And then we'll go up here. And over to... Hey, stop with the drifting. There we go. There. Alright, we're going to try that log station. Let's see what we can do. Ugh, just get away from this camera angle. So, the thing that I like about this is also the kind of thing that's kind of unfortunate about it, is that once you get this truck, the game is pretty much done. The other trucks, that Ford and that Freightliner, they're absolutely useless in any kind of mud. But this truck is just a straight-up beast. I'll refill it here at the fuel station. I'll take out this last chance gas. Yep, I knew I'd get it with the trailer. Thank you. I think it was about 2 hours in when I was playing Grizzly River, maybe even a little more than 2 hours, when I found this truck, and I had been struggling through with the Chevy Bisons. Did we say we're going down there? Yes, we did say we're going down there. And I had rolled one of the bisons taking a turn. It was not pretty. This is going to damage us. These rocks will probably do a little bit of damage here. And I spent probably an hour trying to get it out, and finally managed to get it out with this truck. I'd rolled it down into a little ravine. It was not pretty. I finished the game I finished the map using the skidder to pull logs to the Western Star. The Western Star then loaded the logs on the Bison, correcting your errors. So what I actually did to finish the game, yeah, it is. Correcting your own errors is a lot of fun in the game. So you kind of screw up like I did. I had totaled a blazer, just ran it into some rocks and totaled it. So I went back to get the the Bison with the utility wagon on the back, and I was literally had just said I need to drive more carefully and be more focused, and I came around a corner and just rolled it, just completely rolled it right off the road. But the way I finished the game was with a Western Star with a full load of logs on the long log trailer, towing a Chevy Bison that also had a full load of logs on the log trailer all the way up to the lumber mill. So, and then I just pulled them in one at a time, unloaded, and I had already brought a load of, I think, medium logs on a previous trip. But yeah, I finished with 12 points towing with the winch. It was awesome. Let's see what this guy looks like. We have not been to this log station yet. Alrighty. Where do I gotta go here? I gotta go to the left. That's what I thought. Okay, a little bit of a muck, here. I have played a bit of multiplayer, not on the DLC, but on the original. Was it the original Spintires or was it MudRunners? And that could be a lot of fun. Not only are you correcting your own boneheaded mistakes, but then you're helping your friends correct their boneheaded mistakes. And it was just 2 players, but it was heaps of fun. But that's where you got to have really good communication. Oh, this is a bit of a twisty, windy path through here, and I am going to clobber these stumps. It's going to be interesting getting out of this. It looks like maybe. Is that a better path? I don't know. I should probably turn around and not, because I don't think there's any way out of it. No, yeah, I'm going to turn around before I load up. He said, and then could not turn the truck around. We'll turn it around. Oh, look at that. Big clear area over there, but doesn't do me no good. I've done a bit of multiplayer, but the guy I used to do most multiplayer with went silent in April, not logged on to Steam for 6 months. Very concerned for him. Yeah, that is terrible when that happens, when somebody you've been chatting with and literally the only contact you have with them is online, and then they just go dark, and you're like, okay, what happened here? What are we talking about? I have no way of reaching out to this person. There's no other way for me to contact. This is literally my only vector into this person's life. What do I do? Well, a little bit scary. All right, let's just load up right here. We're gonna make this a quick one. Position my truck properly, just because I'm not. That's probably better. That's probably good. No arrows, no red arrows, right? We're good. Does this sort of thing in real life in Oregon? Yeah, that's a big thing up in Oregon, the logging industry. I've, where I grew up in Upper Michigan, my parents actually live on on the same farm that I grew up on, and very, very near them, they have actually. I think my dad is actually. Oh, I am in a bit of a spot here. My dad has actually allowed a logging company to log a little bit on some of their property. And you'd see a lot of logging trucks in. I don't think the industry's as big as it is in Oregon and some of the other states, but it's certainly no small potatoes up there in the western Upper Peninsula. And it is, there's a lot of peril in the industry. My great uncle was out cutting wood alone in the woods and accidentally dropped a tree on himself and broke his back, wound up in a wheelchair for the rest of his life. But he was out in the woods alone for I'm not sure how many hours before somebody thought to come and look for him. Okay, which is, that's not exactly the sort of story you want to hear when you've got a friend who's gone dark. I don't. Yeah, that's definitely why you buddy up. All right, can I make it around the stump or just go through it? Just go through it. I did mention that this was going to be a joy to get out of this. Don't dump the trailer. Alright, which way do we have to go now? Just keep going straight and then take a right. And then up there. Do I want to try that, or do I? Well, we'll see. We'll see what we do. We'll go up here and take a right. Don't forget having diff lock increases your turning circle. That is a very good point, and I've had the diff lock on this whole entire time. So I'm going to turn it off and then immediately have to turn it back on naturally. All right, get me onto the road, and then I can take the diff lock off. The road, he says, such as it is. All right, let's feather it a little bit. Nope. A little premature. Alright, to the bridge. To the bridge. It was... Did I take a wrong turn? Or do I gotta go to the right here? Oh, there's the bridge right over there. I know what I'm doing. Eventually. So, if you look to the right, you can see that there is some idiot has parked a. Is that the F-150 out there? I think. It was parked in the river earlier the other night, but I rescued it with this truck, and then just left it parked there. Alright, what are our options here? We could go to the left. Oh, the F-150. It could get out of there. It was a fishing expedition. I had it up to the windows in the water, trying to unlock the watch point over there. You know what? It's not an adventure if you don't take that's what we're doing. We're gonna go this way. We're gonna do it the hard way. Because we loaded the logs the easy way this time. We'll do the more direct, if a little bit more perilous, shall we say. You'd never learn to drive off-road if you never drive off-road. That's right. My brother, my elder brother, who is 10 years my senior, got our truck stuck in the woods up to the doors in mud one spring. He was out there cutting wood. Sliff, enjoy your dinner. I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to be here. I might try some of the challenges. I don't know, but I am not sure yet. We'll see. But enjoy your dinner. Anyway, he was out in the woods as in the spring, or maybe it was the fall. I don't remember. But he buried the truck, four-wheel drive pickup, up to the door panels in the mud, and we had to go out there and spend a day digging it out. And we had a bulldozer that we used to pull it out, but we couldn't even pull it out with the bulldozer. It was must have been fall because it had already snowed and it froze the one night. So not only did he get it stuck, he left it there overnight and the ground froze, so the mud froze around it, and we had to come on. It was necessary to do some digging. Oh, these rocks are not your friends. What's our winch situation here? Let's go for that one. Just get me around the rocks. Okay, let's parking brake, detach the winch. Was it still there in the snow? We actually went and we dug it out with shovels and whatnot. Me and my younger brother and my eldest brother, and it took us several hours and the aid of a bulldozer, or was it a back? Did we have the bulldozer or the backhoe out there? I don't remember which. Hung up on. There's a rock right there. Okay, well, let me see if we can sneak around it. Oh, I must be hung up elsewhere. Okay. Mighty Morphin winching time. Oh, we don't have a lot of good winch options. Oh, what are we stuck on? What are we stuck on? Nope. We'll just back up a little bit more. Let's see if we can't. Come on, give me. I tried this route too. It was a problem at this point. Yeah, it's definitely. Oh, you know what? It helps if you take the parking brake off. It really does help if you take the parking brake off. I am definitely There's a rock under the back tire of the trailer, I think. Seems like there's 3. Yeah, that parking brake, the parking brake was the culprit there, I think. But now I got a rock right there. Okay, let me see if I can. Let's see if I can sneak around it here. Definitely hitting a point where the trailer does not want to go anymore. Gimme, 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 gimme. There we go. Forward motion. Come on. As long as we're still able to move. Just trying to maneuver around these various rocks. Until I can get into a decent winch point anyway, but there's oh no, I didn't really want to connect that. Please don't connect that. All right, let's back it up a little bit. We're gonna have to go through all sorts of gymnastics here. I'll tell you what, Lawn Dart, this is this crawl mode. You were not kidding. That is a beautiful thing. I'm glad you you showed up to explain that out to me. Because look at this. That is beautiful. I'll just drop it back into auto. Because I think we're pretty much yeah. Oh, look at this. Yeah. Very cool. Come on. There we go. Alright. If this was the old plow truck, you stop, put it in park, put it in four-wheel, take it out of four-wheel drive, go outside, unlock the hubs. Here, I just hit these buttons. Thank you. Good job. Thank you. Well, that would have been a much more of a pain had I not learned something today about how to shift this truck. What? Oh, how did I put the parking brake on? That was just clumsy. I must have hit the space bar with my leaning forward. I nudged the space bar. So here we are. Tried that path with the Ford 9000 in logs. It took quite a bit longer to get out again. I can imagine that it would, because that truck did not impress me. But again, I didn't know about the crawl, and I'm sure that the crawl applies to all the vehicles. It's not just the all-wheel drive vehicles. So that might be a thing that I need to take into account. Should I, for example... So here is the thing that I suspect is going to happen here. We have two lumber mills right next to each other. Both have 6 of 8. I'm going to deliver 6 points to this lumber mill and have nothing left for this one. So I'm going to have to probably make one more trip. Let's see what happens. Yeah. Thanks. That's all 8 load points delivered. Yes, it is. It was 8 and 6 more. But you're welcome. So what I think I'll do now, since we only have 2 points to go, we'll go and make a little configuration change to our truck here. We'll put a shorter trailer on it, and We'll learn how to back up any day now. Put a shorter trailer on it, and then, well, no trailer. We'll just put the log cart on it. We'll go get a small load of logs. And we'll be done with this map. Were I up for a bit more of a challenge right now, I would take that bison there and do it with the bison, but I think I'll just stick with this guy because this truck's been good to me today. So we're going to detach that. We are going to detach the log hitch, and we will... What do you mean unavailable? Oh, because I got the crane on. How about if we take the crane off? There we go. So you can do the log carriage. All right, we're gonna make it a something of a challenge. We're gonna do the log carriage with the crane, and we'll manually load the cart. Let's look and see where we're gonna go to get some short logs. Medium, empty, medium. 4 short logs. That's our guy right there. So our path is here. We're going to go down here to here to here. We'll take the little side jaunt here. Go over here. Up this road a ways. Up over here. Turn off there. And short logs are there. 1.6. Oh, why do I do that? That was not too bright. All right, one more time. We'll do it a very quick. Now the key here is to not click OK. All right. I suppose I could switch to the skidder and bring the logs out in toward the road a bit. That'd be one way to do it. That way I get to drive the skidder for a little while. Let me go up there and see what the situation is, and maybe we'll pull the logs out with the skidder, bring them to the road, and then load them onto this guy. That's not what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. The in-cab view might be slightly less terrible driving if I'm in the cab. I take that back. No, it's not going to be. I think it's very obviously not going to be any better. Nice. Where's my turnoff here? Right there, right there. I think I took the Ford F-150 or one of the Blazers through this little path earlier. Uh-oh. Yeah, just rub some paint on the guardrail. Where's my line? There we go. In the original, or was it in MudRunners, one of the challenges or one of the optional objectives on one of the maps was something about how you couldn't spend more than X number of seconds in total driving in the wrong lane on the wrong side of the road. Obviously, I would fail that challenge very, very quickly in this. Alright, what do we got here? Oh, this is still just the road. MudRunner first challenge had that rule. Yeah, I think you're. Yep. I don't know that I ever actually. I think I must have. I think I did get that. I think I did get that objective. About a wheel and pedals. I'm considering a wheel and pedals, but I am considering getting the Saytech one for Farming Simulator because that might be an okay I don't need a racing wheel. I don't really play too much in the way of racing games, so and when I do play a racing game, it's much more arcadey than simulator. I prefer like a Burnout or a Need for Speed style game as opposed to anything with realistic driving and physics. Alright, where are we here? We are right next to the scavenge point. Let's get out and look around. Oh, it's right there. Lots of stumps to avoid. Or run over, as you may. Okay, so that's our scavenge point, and we need 4. But in terms of wheels and pedals, the other ones that kind of tempt me a little bit are the like the Logitech. I don't know which one would be the ideal, but the Logitech G920. Good wheel, but very noisy, and that's something you have to consider when streaming. Also, the force feedback gives you a good workout in MudRunner, as the trucks don't seem to have power assist. That's what I was saying when I was playing this game the other night, is I have a feeling that part of the reason that I drive like a lunatic in this game is that the trucks don't have power steering assist. The truck that I mentioned, that my brother buried in the woods, had no power steering. It was our plow truck, and we got quite a bit of snow. And I used it. I used it a few times to plow my parents' driveway, and it was monstrous. It was like such an upper body workout using that truck. Let's go back here. But the Saytech controller, which is designed specifically for Farming Simulator, has a side panel with a joystick that is designed for this type of an operation. Now, I don't know how well it would work in MudRunner per se, but it is definitely designed because the farming simulators since 17 or 15 have had logging vehicles in them that have cranes. But you can also use the side panel for so anything with a boom or with a like a front end loader or things like that. So you can use that side panel to control those. All right. That looks like 4 green. All right, I don't remember how this thing folds, so I'm going to fake it. Yeah, the Saytech, I know on the Logitechs you've got the you don't think the MudRunner supports the side panel and it doesn't handle the clutch properly. I had that almost right. The Saytech doesn't actually have a clutch, which is the one kind of drawback from buying the Logitech. But it does have, it's got the wheel, and then the wheel has the knob on it, and the wheel's got a 900-degree radius to turn, so it's like you can really kind of crank it. And on those, I didn't pull my anchors up there. No, I did, because putting the crane away apparently automatically does that. So that's kind of the one thing, is that the pedals that come with that particular setup are just brake and accelerator, a gas pedal. You don't have a clutch. Not that, and you don't need it in the farming simulator, but it would come in handy in like your Euro truck. Obviously not in this, because as you say, this does not do clutch. Oh shiz. Oh, let's not. I find sometimes Mud throws events at me, so I can't steer quickly enough to get out of trouble. I definitely have had some challenges steering. If you watch the video, my Grizzly River video, a lot of the trouble that I get into in that one is just because of me steering poorly. Oh, look at that stump. Just right there, right in the wrong place. Don't tip your truck over. All right, here we go. Look at this. Learning the lessons. Oh, you beautiful beast. Man, I'm going to marry this truck. But yeah, like I said, I totaled a Blazer. I rolled a Bison just off the road. It went over on its side and then rolled over onto it just completely, it was just a disaster. So this is the final three points we need to finish off this map. I think we've gotten all of the optional, or all of the objectives once we get this, so cool. Good. And I might have to try some of the community-generated maps. Is that Steam Workshop content, or do you have to go out to like a website to download the maps/mods for it? I don't remember if this game does Steam Workshop or not. I'm almost positive it does, but I don't know for sure. Oh, that's like a game changer. That really is. That shifting is like, you might as well just workshop or sites like MudRunnerMods.com. Like I said, I haven't done any of the mods, but I have done some of the ATS mods. Not huge on mods for the most part, probably because I never play the game enough to like explore all of the out of the box content. With the exception of with Farming Simulator, there is what's called a ground response mod, where the vehicle reacts more realistically to the type of terrain that you're running on in terms of the way that it moves. Like these vehicles in here move really well over the terrain. That's, like I said earlier, that's like the main point of this game. But in Farming Simulator 17, the ground response mod is the only one that I like have to have when I'm playing, because it just makes it it adds that little bit of realism that really appeals to me. The workshop has the benefit of one-click install, exactly. Using the other website means configuring the game to use them. And then, along with that comes the whole, where am I downloading from? They're probably using some sort of ad-based download mechanism where if you want to download, you've got to deal with these ads, and they're those sites really are like, here's your download. It's not really your download, but we're going to pretend it's your download, so you download this other thing that you don't need, install it, and maybe put our malware and adware and spyware and crap on your computer. But the other thing the thing you really want to download is actually on the other screen, and blah blah blah. I know, yeah. That's one reason that Steam Workshop is so nice, and the thing that Giants has done with Farming Simulator that's nice is they've actually got a mod manager built right into the game, so you can browse and install and update your mods right without ever leaving the game. You're not in Steam Workshop. You're not on some third-party website with potential adware and spyware abound. You are right in the game. Now, there's obviously some drawbacks to that in that there's a bit of a gatekeeper situation there, but I haven't seen any lack of content as far as that goes. I always use uBlock Origin to keep it all in check. Yeah, it's probably a good idea to have some sort of blocker in place when you're using those sites. With American Truck Simulator, I tried the Coast to Coast mod just for the heck of it, and that was, I think, atsmod.com or whatever, and it worked. I mean, I don't have any complaints, but just the getting it was a little bit of a hassle. We're going to go back up through the, yeah, we might as well. Or am I? Am I already past that point? No, there it is, right ahead. Truck entrance. You better believe truck entrance. MudRunner mods is fine if you use an ad blocker. I never tried without, but I don't think the experience would be as good. I'm guessing you're probably right on that. It wouldn't surprise me. Alrighty. We are, well, I'm very hesitant to count those chickens before they're hatched or the logs before they're delivered. Driver 100. Yeah, that's right. I drive all the kilometers or miles or whatever. I have had this go pear-shaped so many times within what I think is spitting distance of completing a map that I try not to celebrate before it's due. And I fail anyway. I celebrate all the time, and then everybody laughs as I manage another spectacular fail. But here we have everything we need. Parking brake, external view. Can I unload? I just, yeah, right there. Q. Oh, I turned the music off so I don't get that hard rock riff. Top job, well done. Thank you so much. There we go. 4 hours and 12 minutes. That's pretty typical, given it's about what it took for me to finish Grizzly River. Fuel consumed 801 liters. Trucks unlocked 8 of 8. Garages unlocked 2 of 2. Watch points found 4 of 4. Distance traveled 31.82 kilometers. Times rescued 0. Completed with game balance casual. So, a challenge would be for next time. Oh, I didn't look. So these are the new challenges, eh? So we got Crane Operator 2. Oh, look at this. Look at this sad situation here. Find and squash a pumpkin. Didn't do it. The rig. Don't drive on the opposite road lane. Yeah, I did that one. Climb a hill. Oh yeah, all 3 stars. What is this? Find fluorescent flowers and complete the challenge during night. Nope, didn't do it. Crane operator, missed the don't break anyone. That's the mission where you have to load the logs onto the trucks, and you're like in the middle of a town, and there's cars, and yeah. Delivery mission. That was many attempts. 14 minutes it says, but 3 rivers to cross, and then you're at like a lighthouse. So you start here, you cross these 3 rivers, and you have to rescue the one truck at the second river, I think. Oh my, that was wow. That was insane. Thankfully, these stars, if I remember correctly, you don't have to get them all on the same attempt. So you can run it, get 1 star, run it again, get another star. And I think that's what I wound up. I think I did this one like 4 times. Actually, 4 or 6 times. It's not as bad as it was when MudRunners first came out. Really? I completed it when MudRunners first came out. I mean, it was one of the first things I did was come in here and do the challenges. So did they nerf it a little bit? Pumpkins. I've never found a pumpkin in this game. Complete that one and then visit Grandma. Oh, the currents. Oh yeah, those currents were insane. Cross a river. Got a 3 star on that guy. The expedition. Find a way to the top to the Rocky Mountain. So yeah, this game is a lot of fun, and I'll have to come back and do these challenges another time, but not right now. And then so this was Mount Logmore. Oh, there's a mod manager built in. So we did Grizzly Creek, completed that. Mount Logmore. The bog is done. I have not done these ones. So, I still got some stuff to do. This is not even DLC stuff. Oh, the valley, I think, is from a free DLC earlier. But I've still got some stuff that's from the original game. Probably because I reinstalled at some point. Maybe. I don't know. Then there's a mod manager here. So the kind of Steam Workshop integration, that's cool. Proving Ground is, I'm guessing, a test bed. But then we got to do so casual can recover and unlock garages, can skip nighttime, damaging the truck doesn't change its parameters. Fuel consumption is lower than in hardcore mode. Night, okay. There's another free DLC. I think I do have the Ridge, if I remember correctly. Some achievements are unavailable. So, switch to hardcore. Diff lock can't be engaged while using automatic gearbox mode, and you can damage the truck when driving on hard surfaces. Okay. Log stations are disabled, only manual loading, which you mentioned earlier. Navigation is limited to the distance and position of the next route node. Okay, that's cool. That's a little less helpful GPS. A damaged truck will struggle to steer, its engine will have less power, and it will stall. So that's just going to and vehicles will auto steer and force the truck to move downhill on slopes. And it's just that last point is not even something I think I was like, it wasn't making it harder for me already. So that's just a good game. So I think I am going to at least take a break for now. It's 7:30 here. I don't know what else I'm going to do tonight. I might switch over to some ATS, but I've got a couple of games that I bought last week that I haven't tried out yet, and so I might need to take a look at those. So I am going to head off for a little bit. Loundart, thank you so much for the tips. That was the shifting thing was absolutely invaluable. Thanks for joining tonight. And bedtime for you, heading towards midnight. Thanks for the stream. Hey, that's what I mean. I don't know. It was more of a lark. I just started like watching a lot of streams recently and thought, I'm gonna give this thing a shot. And since I'm gonna be playing these games anyway, why not display my idiocy for the world to see? So, thank you for joining. You have a good night, and hopefully we'll see you another time. And everybody else out there, thanks a lot. Have a great night and a great week.